Hey guys, welcome back to Nexus Corps. I'm Richard, and today we're going to be doing an unboxing for the Premium Collection 2020 booster box. So this is the set that has the infamous Zanzan, or now called Zarzan in the English set, but with it limited to one, we'll see how that affects the premium meta. For the most part, this set comes with a lot of really cool, interesting premium G units and support for every clan. So if you want to join in the premium, this is a really good set to start with. Before I get into the unboxing, I was lucky enough and thankful enough to receive this box from my friends at Triple Sleeve TCG, who's sponsoring this unboxing. Triple Sleeve TCG is an online card shop that specializes in selling and buying Cardfight Vanguard products. They offer bundles that allow you to pick up case splits from booster sets of a specific clan that you're interested in within that set. So these splits provide you at least 4 copies of every base rarity card within that set from the respective clan you chose. Supplies may last, so you gotta beat the hype before they sell out. If you missed out on a bundle, Triple Sleeve TCG also sells their individual cards as a vendor on tcgplayer.com. Triple Sleeve TCG offers international services as well, allowing you to get cards wherever you are. You can visit their website at www.triplesleevetcg.com. So thanks to them, I'm gonna now get into this unboxing. A very helpful pair of scissors here. Instead of a box cutter. Who would use that, right? So we got that little thing slid open. So main things that I'm still interested in premium as a concept to play, even though most people don't play it. But from this set, there are things I do want to play, like the gold and royal paladin stuff that I still want to pick up. So it gives you stuff about their anime series. It doesn't include the If series, which is pretty interesting. Oh, cool. So the first thing you get is a promo. Water Element Mist Off. When your opponent's grade 3 or if your opponent's Vanguard is grade 3 or greater, at the end of each turn, you and your opponent choose 8 cards from their hands, discard the rest of the cards from their hands. Oh, that's interesting. So it just forces you and your opponent to stay at 8 cards. This is actually the first time I'm reading about this cards, but I don't really see it being... Maybe it could be a really big deal, but losing... If your deck specifically draws a lot of cards, I can see this being a downfall in premium, since a lot of premium decks let you turbo out your hand. But if your opponent's hand has a lot of cards, within the end of their turn, this could make a difference. But if you plop this card on the board, your opponent's going to throw down cards anyways. So I feel like this is like an okay card for the most part. It's just with guarding existing, it's not going to make a big deal unless you can somehow pull it off at your end phase. That would be pretty funny. All right, so let's pull it out. How many packs do we get? We get a total of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 10 packs. So each little booster box comes with 10 packs. So starting off with the first one. So every clan gets a crit that has the same skill, which is continuous from hand. When you're paying the cost for stride, it counts as a grade 3. So it lets you pay for stride with a trigger, which is cool. So this is the one for Dark Irregulars, one from Bermuda Triangle, and the third card is the SR for Nova Grappler. So the stride step is, the Vanguard skill said the stride step. When it attacks, Cabalast 1, you turn a card from your G zone face up, stand all your front rear guards. This gets 5k for everything that's did. So pretty generic. If you have a lot of Excel markers, this is obviously going to be really good. So I can see how this card is going to make a big deal for like the mesh between standard stuff on top of a G zone. So a lot of these premium decks are actually just basically standard decks, but you kind of throw like a G zone on top of it. So it makes it easy for players to kind of take the decks they already own in standard and just throw on a 16 card G zone, then they can play premium. So this is the one for Mega Colony. Cray Elemental. During your turn, if you have 3 or more new cards that were putting your damage on this turn, you may bind this unit instead of revealing the top part of your deck for your trigger zone and your damage checks. I need to reread that. 3 more new cards put in your damage zone. You may bind this unit instead of revealing. Okay, so it prevents you from taking damage. Okay, so that can be interesting. So if you took 3 damage that turn, you can bind this a face up from your rear, and then it cancels that damage. Cool. It says during your, yeah, that's pretty much it. Link Joker card. This one's actually pretty good. When it's placed, you turn a card from your G zone face up, remove all the markers from your opponent's circles, and for each marker, like it removes the markers and it removes protect gifts from their hand, and for each marker it gets 10k in a crit. So that's really good because if you're playing against a deck that turbos out markers really fast, or you're just gonna play the late game, you can just throw this down and you just get rid of your opponent's stuff that they built up immediately. So that's pretty cool. So Link Joker went from locking to binding to now complete like gift marker control. So that's interesting. So on to the next pack. We've got the one for Pale Moon, grade 2 Nova, Cray Elemental, almost said Nova Grappler. If you have 4 or more units without any abilities, basically, Counterblast 1, search your deck for Thunder Element Bergian. I think that's the grade 3. Write it as stand and shuffle your deck. If you road, you may turn a Storm Element Cyclone from your G-Zone face up. So this is what allows you to turbo into your grade 3. And all you just need vanilla units on your rearguard circles for it to happen. So, being able to get to that. And then if you have cards like this one, for example, allow you to stride immediately right away during your main phase, then this can combo really well with that. So onto this Neo Nectar card. Its skill is act from the G zone. If this is face down and your opponent's Vanguard is grade 3 or greater, you can counterblast 1, retire 2 tokens, and you stride this card and it gets 10k in a crit. Pretty mediocre. Like, this is really whatever. But if you really want to get like those main phase buffs and get all those tokens and stuff and then stride, this unit allows you to do that. But this thing will never be anywhere near as good as Katrina was. Yeah, so that's pretty funny though. That's kind of like the goal of what they want this card to be. All right, next up, let's see. Cool. So right away, I thought that was going to be Grand Blue because I saw the chain in the water, but it's Aqua Force crit that strides. Grade 1 Cray Elemental. All Vanguards must attack the Vanguard. So interesting card to say the least, but that's just basically because there are decks that purposely swing at rear guards to deny you damage. This basically prevents your opponent from denying you damage, which is cool. So this can have a place in some decks. I can maybe see this in a Luard deck where they don't want their opponent denying them damage, so they can counterblast for skills. And it's a shadow deck, so they easily pull out grade 1s. I could see that, but yeah, I mean it's a tech. I wouldn't run more than one of this for just the obvious damage denial game. But other than that, it doesn't really serve like too big of a purpose in the metagame, in my personal opinion. But I could be wrong. This could be a good card for anti-damage denial games. Oh, sweet! So we got the SR version of the Link Joker card. So same card, but this one is secret rare. I think that's what the SR stands for. And you get a full art text. So I think they want me to build Link Joker for premium, which is not gonna happen. Sorry, Bushy, it's not gonna happen. All right, next pack. All right, cool. Oh, Narukami, I like this art. Stride, crit. The next one is a Cray Elemental. I'm seeing a pattern here. It's the vanilla. It's also vanilla with a 15k shield. So you probably run a playset of this if you're gonna go for the Cray Elemental Zanzan, Zarzan Cyclone deck. You're probably gonna be running a bunch of these. Has a lot of shield. And it's foiled, so it's pretty. Murakumo card. I remember this thing being kind of funny. What does it do again? It's G-Zone, if you have 5 or more units with the same name as your and if your Vanguard's grade 3, you stride this card face down. Oh, so it's like from the main phase. All right. And for all the battles, this attack until the end of the turn, your opponent can only call cards from his or her hand to the guard circle and must call 5 or more cards at a time. Yeah, that's a really, really, really funny card. Wow. Yeah, so basically you just go into Hyuga and then you have the free cost and all you have to do is pay a Soul Blast tag. Yeah, that's really easy to pull off. The other skill, when it attacks, flip a card from G-Zone face up, stand all your rear guards with the same name as one of your rear guards. Oh, cool. Yeah, this is a really, really, really funny card. I don't know where anything about the premium meta right now, just because with the whole COVID-19 thing going on, there's not a lot of locals and tournaments to kind of respond off of this set. So I really don't know where any of these decks stand, especially since we had the Zanzan limited to 1. But this sounds like a really, really good card. But it is Murakumo in premium, so that's not saying a lot, but we'll see. I open the next pack. We got Tachi card, Strides. Oh, we got a crit in this one, so sometimes I guess you get 2 crits instead of like a crit and a Cray Elemental. The one for Dimension Police, I'm not gonna lie, it's kind of grossing me out. Like, yeah, that's kind of gross. Man, imagine being a D-Robo player and you thought you were gonna get another robot, and then Bushy hit you with the alien card. It's grotesque. I like it. Grand Blue card. Triple R. Vanguard circle at the end of the battle that it attacked. Counter Blast, discard 3 cards from your hand. Put this in your G-Zone and ride up to 1 grade 3 from your drop zone and stand. So it gives you another Vanguard attack. If your Vanguard has an on-place ability, it can trigger that. I could see this being run, especially if you're going to be running like supposedly a Break Ride 7Cs deck. What's one thing that comes to mind, but obviously it's not going to be what you'd want to do. And then riding a grade 3 from your drop as stand just gives you an extra Vanguard attack, so it's pretty cool. Yeah, not a bad card. Makes sense that you discard the 3 because, you know, that was your triple drive. All right, next up. Ooh, come on, BB, get out of there. Oh, that's painful. All right, but we can slip you out. Cool, so we got Nubatama crit. It's a really cool art, actually. I like it. Shadow Paladin crit. Knight of Evil Spear. That's cool. And there he is. Storm Element Cycloned. So this is a card that's basically your flip fodder for all of the vanilla Cray Elemental support. So it's skill, Van or the G-Zone, face up. During your turn, if this is face up, all of your units without any abilities get 5k. So if you have multiples, this stacks during your turn. Vanguard circle, when a normal unit without any abilities is revealed for a drive check in the battle that is attacked, you get to stand 1 of your rear guards. So this is also important because it treats every trigger that without a skill, if you're running triggerless, or if you're running skillless triggers, as a stand trigger. So if you're opting to not run the crits with the abilities, which, you know, probably won't want to do, but if you are playing the vanilla deck, you probably are going to be just running a bunch of vanilla triggers. They count as stand triggers, so that's really, really cool. And then it's your flip fodder for most of these stuff, so you get your GB one off pretty easily. So Cycloned is a good card. All right, we got 3 more packs. Let's see what else we got in here. I see a pretty art coming up. Ooh, Angel Feather, I was right. So Angel crit, counts as stride fodder. OTT crit, it's cute too. Oh wow, that's cool. Secret rare Royal Paladin unit. I needed one of these. I didn't expect the secret rare, but here we are. Cool. So its first skill is once per turn, you turn a card from your G-Zone face up, and until the end of the turn, this gets all the original abilities of your hearts. So example is with like Majesty Lord Blaster, you would gain all of its abilities as though if this were the card. So like MLB's ability gain a drive check, it applies to this, so then you swing with it and it has 4 drive checks. The other skill is GB3 if you have 3 or more grade 2 or greater units. When your opponent would call cards from his or hand to the guard circle, they must call 3 or more at the time. Really, really good. My only issue is that it's kind of hard to work with that with MLB. With Alt Mile, obviously this is great because Alt Mile is all about multi-attacking, like especially with the G-era Alt Mile stuff. You just call a bunch of grade 2s during the battle phase, so if you have a bunch of grade 2s, you just have like a third grade 2 on the board and you're using the other ones to swing and swing. Your opponent has to guard with 3 or more from their hand per attack. With MLB, you're still stuck with like the basic 3 attacks, but your opponent does have to, if your opponent doesn't have G Guardians, they would have to drop, 9 cards total basically per attack, so that's pretty cool. So I'm excited to try this out if I ever, do play a premium game. We'll see if that happens, but cool, exciting. I did want to pull that card. All right, 2 more packs. Already a great box. Let's see. Oh, cool. Gold Paladin crit. Definitely need that. Yep, counts as stride fodder. There we go on the Royal. Wow, and this is back to back. Got the Royal Paladin crit for stride fodder and another one of the Nova Grappler stride. So this one's the base one. So I pulled the secret rare first, so same card as before. So maybe we'll find people that play Link Joker and Nova Grappler that want to play premium. We'll see. All right, the last pack. We got Kagero, Stride Fodder, Cray Elemental, Grade 1, Guardian Circle when placed. If you have 1 Vanguard and it is a Grade 2 or less, choose one of your units and it cannot be hit until the end of battle. So it's an early game PG. I guess this is interesting because it specifically says if you have 1 Vanguard and it's Grade 2, so you can't do it when you're a Legion, but it's for like early game. Don't know really how this would be like helpful. Maybe if you decide to play Exculpate in premium and you're stuck on Blaster Blade, but like there's really no room for this, but to each their own. New Batamaji unit. I actually don't know what this does, so let's read it. When it attacks, retire 2 grade 0s and turn a card from your G zone face up, draw 2 cards, return all of your rear guards to your hand, okay? And call up to 2 cards from your hand, and if you call 2 cards, this unit gets 10k in a crit. Yeah, that doesn't really scream amazing to me. So you retired, I'm assuming you're retiring your 2 tokens that you make, the clone tokens, I forgot what they're exactly called. Like, you're drawing cards, which is good. And all your rear guards come back to your hand, so you're getting more hand, and then you call more field. So it's a new Batama, so it's a Protect clan, so you're getting multi-attacks out of a Protect clan, and you're giving a crit to your van, and this is like a good first stride, so. The only thing is that you have to, evil decoy tokens, I think they're called. You have to make evil decoy tokens early, and then stride while they're still on the board, so I can see it working, but this is definitely not a finisher, but it is a good card, for sure. Alright, so that was it. That was all the packs. So gonna go through the high rare pulls first. So obvious ones being the Royal Paladin, the Link Joker, and my last one was the first one I pulled was the Nova Grappler one. So these were my SRs. So it's 3 SRs and let's see. I got the GR. I'm not sure if you're guaranteed a slide cone per box, but I'm assuming if the ratios in the thing tell you what comes in it, but might not be what every box consists of. So, nope, it just tells you the number of cards and what the possibilities you pull. Yeah, so who knows? I'm not sure if you're guaranteed a Cyclone per box, but maybe you are. It would have been nice to get an SGR Cyclone just so it would look pretty, but can't win them all. This is still a pretty good box for me personally. I mean, I got one of the thing I wanted in a high rarity, but everything else, it's how boxes work. You don't get everything you want. So that was basically it. Again, thanks again to Triple Sleeve TCG for allowing me to open this box on my channel. Guys should definitely check them out. They got a lot of really good fair prices on their vendor site on TCG Player, and the fact that they are offering case bundles I think is really cool for a lot of players that do want to complete their decks like right away, get them as soon as possible without having to work with people they might not be familiar with, like through Facebook groups. But in general, I think it's a great offer that they can give to the public and to allow them to complete their decks faster and safely. So definitely check them out. So thanks you guys for watching this unboxing. If you have any thoughts, comments, questions, or concerns, leave them down in the comments. And yeah, that's pretty much it. I'm Richard, and I'll see you all in the next video. Bye.